And we're back. This is Gerald Glassford from Pop Culture Cosmos and Game Source. We truly want to thank you for sticking around and enjoying the show. And well, she is back again. She is the know-it-all when it comes to television ratings. She is from the fantabulous, I just created that word, fantabulous site, TVRatingsGuide.com. You got to check out today all the great stuff that they have on articles, reviews, news, and updates on the ratings world. Which shows are on the way out, which shows are hot, and which shows are on the fence. They let you know on all that, whether it concerns cable, broadcast, or anything else that's out there. Even they cover the news itself. And because news shows and news programming is now so important to television viewing, but it's our good friend at TVRatingsGuide.com. It's Jessica Boggs. Jessica, how are you today?
I am doing pretty good.
It's again, as always, it's a pleasure having you on the show. I know I'm just always asking TVRatingsGuide.com and always asking, when are you going to come back on the show? When are you going to come back on the show? And we got to work things out logistically, because I'll tell you what, it's always great to get those updates on what everybody's watching out there. It's that mid-season point for a lot of episodes that are out there. I know Walking Dead recently came back as far as their mid-season is concerned, and a lot of other shows are now, petering towards the back end of their usual 20 to 25 episode season, sometimes even less for like a 16 episode season and whatnot. But it's now past that halfway point. What do you at this point when it concerns the mid-season, and what shows really do you think are really making a name for themselves that, either surprise or really just, something that you had predicted all along?
Well, yeah, with Fox Drama, currently we have 911 doing really well in the ratings. In addition, The Resident does pretty good in the ratings as well. Fox is in the middle of a turnaround.
And I noticed that with a lot of shows that were actually started at the beginning of the year, and also LA shows that they were talking about that started up. But I know 911 was really their big key.
Correct. And LA to Vegas is currently one of their second or third highest rated shows on Fox Comedy right now, but it's on the lowest rated comedy night on Fox, where everything's pretty much fractional except for Lethal Weapon on most nights.
And Ford, I got, that's some great insight on that, because Fox, like you said, is in the middle of a big turnaround. But there's also other great programming out there. I know your favorite, the CW, that always meets your eye as far as a lot of great stuff going on there. Even though I still think they've got way too many DC shows, but I won't say that too loudly. I won't say too much about that. But you've got ABC, NBC, CBS. They're still going on strong with a lot of stuff that they're showcasing. I know Superstore has been talked about now in its third season going on, like I said earlier, in the back end of its season. But there's also many other shows as well on CBS. You've got the fledgling shows like Navy SEALs, also many others that are out there. Obviously, the spinoff from obviously we've got Young Sheldon that has been such a tremendous hit for them as well. But what are some of the high points that you're seeing right now at this halfway point of the TV season?
So far, we've seen The Good Doctor continuing to be at its strong set, and also with Grey's Anatomy, though. But the tepid points, we got comedy on ABC is down double digits this year.
And that's a shame, because I know ABC has always prided itself on having that comedy 2-hour block almost be like a backbone for a lot of their programming. But it's kind of is it a case of where, in your opinion, these shows have been around for so long that maybe people have kind of strayed away from it and got a little bit tired of just the same old comedies that they're seeing each and every week?
I think in addition is, as we've seen with The Mayor, some of the comedies could be a little off brand, but maybe a little too low rated. But there are a few with the middle ending, and Modern Family might end as well. We've seen 2 weak links. One is in We Got Fresh Off the Boat, still a somewhat steady player on a low-rated Tuesday night, and Speechless being a very weak link on a stronger Wednesday night.
And that's kind of disappointing to hear when you tell me that about Modern Family, which, again, like I said, has been a cornerstone of the ABC comedy 2-hour block for quite some time now. But people may be getting tired of it, and it may be getting a little bit, maybe moving on to other shows. That's why it may not be seeing the success it once had. And to be nearing the cancellation portion of your findings and your evaluations is kind of disappointing. But every show, unfortunately, at some point in time, must meet its end. Once again, I've got Jessica Boggs here from the TV Ratings Guide. You got to check out their site. TVRatingsGuide.com gives you the insight on everything going on in the TV ratings world, whether it's broadcast or cable. You got to check out their great articles, reviews of shows, and basically, and including a lot of historical stuff as well on the back, years of television. You got to check out all their great articles indeed, and great features that they have going on there. In fact, right after you listen to us would be a great time to do so. Jessica, I want to ask also, when it comes to broadcast cable, I know there's a lot of shows that are now, a lot of people are talking about, including one that I wrote about recently that I know is going to be appearing on your site very soon, and that is The Alienist, and how people should get really, really into that and think of that as a binging option.
Yeah, well, currently we got this at a 0.42 in the key adults 18-49 demographic, and this marks it the second highest rated show on both demo and in viewership. And as with the move to edgier programming...
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I can say that again. I'm sorry.
As with the move with edgier programming, we saw the news today that The Librarians was canceled after 4 seasons.
And I know that's something that your show, I know that's something that your site said was leaning towards cancellation. I know my daughter will not be too thrilled about that because she was a big fan of the show for quite some time. Does that also spell doom for the Last Ship and other shows that have been around on TNT and other streaming cable stations for quite some time that are right around that ratings of what I saw with The Librarians?
It's too early to tell, as The Last Ship does not usually premiere until the summer. Also with Animal Kingdom and whatnot, and Major Crimes already ended, and the series already ended a while back. But what we're still watching is the fate of Good Behavior.
And that to me is something, has been some show that TNT has put a lot of money behind as far as promotion is concerned, but really has not translated into solid ratings. Has it not?
It is not, and it's one of the lowest rated shows on TNT. And it was one of the lowest rated shows on TNT in its first season, and the same happens with the TNT today. And it's now wrapped second season. And
they canceled The Librarians. My goodness. TNT, I don't know. I'm telling you, it's not exactly the wisest of choices, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I'm not the one calling the shots, but still, some great insight indeed. Once again, it's Jessica Boggs from the TVRatingsGuide.com. Jessica, I want to ask you real quick, are there any other shows? Because I know you don't get a lot of info on the streaming shows. It always seems when you get the info from the streaming shows and the streaming networks, excuse me, that they give you the insight usually when they're talking about, with investors or things of that nature. I know you still get a lot of info when it comes to the cable and broadcast, the cable stations and whatnot. Are there any shows that stick out to you as far as USA or the new Paramount channel, which was not too much different from the old Spike TV channel, as far as any shows there, or TBS, or any of the other broadcast cables, any of the other cable networks that are out there? Are there any shows that stick out to you as far as something that really is making it worthwhile one way or the other?
Well, Atlanta on FX premiered its second season not too long ago, and it's done pretty solid as far as I can tell. And TBS's American Dad, which was on Fox, but now airs on TBS, it's doing pretty solid over there on the new channel as well.
Do you think that's a lot of the same things that was going on with Family Guy? I guess because the story goes that Family Guy was something that was brought to a cable network and flourished there, and came back into as far as a Fox and became a major powerhouse there. But American Dad, do you see continued success from that now that they're off of the Fox channel?
I believe I do, and Seth MacFarlane, I gotta say, usually his shows do have some longevity aspect, but the Cleveland show ended at 4 seasons, and it still does okay in syndication.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you on that, because after all, the Orville, I still can't believe I've actually watched all the episodes. Is something that a lot of people can't wait to get back to seeing as far as the season 2 this fall. So I know that's something a lot of people are keying on. One last, I tell you what, before we go into anything else, I want to ask you real quick. I know we talked about a lot of things back and forth on both broadcast and also cable networks as well. Do you have anything as far as CBS, Young Sheldon, and such a big hit for the network? I know we talked about Navy SEALs just a little bit as well. Are there any shows on CBS that are really, really catching your eye, or the CW as far as is concerned? Because I know we'll be amiss if we did not talk about one of your favorite networks, the CW, as well.
Well, yeah. One thing that is on my best list for the CW is with how consistent the show is. I would have to say Supernatural. Currently, it's like the number 2 show on its network currently. Last year was like its number 4 or 5, though. I'm guessing with the decline of the superhero shows aspect, and it's managed to stay steady. But the lowest rated shows that I've seen this year on the CW, we got Dynasty. Hooray! Crazy Ex-Girlfriend's no longer the lowest rated show on its network.
And that brings a lot of joy to your heart. I know that, and a lot of the others at TVRaysGuided.com. If you get a chance and you check out their site, you'll notice some certain shows that are big favorites of theirs. One show I do want to talk about that is of major importance as well is also The Walking Dead. I know that's a topic of conversation each and every season comes out. A lot of people are just tired of the series and just have had enough. I know when Negan first appeared last season and really was going to go one way or the other because of his polarizing character, and it looks like ratings have declined since his character has appeared. Seeing it continue this, well, let me ask you this. They're now back, like I said, on the back end of this season, and episodes are continuing. Is that a continuing trend with declining ratings, or has it maybe steadied itself a bit, or is there something in change place, or maybe actually might be going up before the season ends?
I mean, some episodes would probably go up a bit, but overall, the trend, it's not his friend, and it's been going down every season and stuff. At some point, AMC will probably have to figure out whether cost would be the overall factor in this decision, despite the fact it's still the highest rated show on AMC, but it comes down to a cost factor.
Yes, absolutely, because that is probably one of the most expensive shows to make on television today. Once again, I have Jessica Boggs from the TVRatingsGuide.com. She is here talking about all the great things going on in the TV Ratings Guide, even in TV ratings land out there. You got to check out their site. Again, they have articles, they have reviews, they also have news and updates. Plus, they have original programming that they create themselves that you can actually see firsthand on their networks. We actually also repost as well on the Pop Culture Cosmos, but it appears first on the TVRatingsGuide.com. And Jessica, I want to know if you could go ahead and actually just talk a little bit more about the two great shows that you and actual Rebecca do such a great job of writing on for your site, TVRatingsGuide.com.
Well, we got Marietta, which is one of our top viewed shows on the network, though it's on hiatus right now until April. But one show that we have right now that's continuing on and I have an episode this Friday coming up. It's on network, and episode 9 will be ready for viewing at 8 p.m. though. Basically, in the 9th episode of this season of network, we have like Charlie versus the world though, and she gets into a huge fight with a couple actors involved with a canceled show, though. Although it's not even realistic, though. It's what happens.
Well, I tell you what, again, if you want to catch up with all the great things going on the TVRatingsGuide.com, check out the special shows that they have exclusively for that network that they write for. You can actually read the actual scripts that are on there as you're reading it on the TVRatingsGuide.com, and it's great following the different episodes and how they're panning out, just like they would in the TV season. That's Marietta, which is going to be on hiatus until April, but got to check out all the back episodes that are available today there, or also on our site. But TVRatingsGuide.com is the first place you can get it. And also as well, another show, like you said, called Network, written by someone I know as well, Jessica Boggs. Her great show is being written and produced every week, and it's also available right there on the TVRatingsGuide.com. You can read everything that's going on and catch up with that show as well. Jessica, I truly want to say thank you for showing up and being for being on the show today. I truly want to thank you. It's just been a great pleasure having you on.
Wait, did we forget Life Sentence?
I didn't exactly forget it, but all right, we'll talk about it. One of the great things that TVRatingsGuide.com loves to talk about, including CW, obviously, from what we've inferred over the many episodes, and they love to touch on everything TV as well. But one of the, I guess, weak points for the TVRatingsGuide.com is Nashville. And the show itself is done so many crazy things to the TVRatingsGuide.com, and if you check it out, they all seem to have an affinity and love. And over the couple of years we've almost couple years we've been doing this, Nashville always seems to be a topic of conversation. So, okay, Jessica, you got me this time. Share us your thoughts on everything going on with Nashville.
Okay, basically with CMT, with the move to CMT, it did very well in the first part of season 5, and then ratings started dropping. And then with season 6, CMT decided to end the series with season 6 because there is a transition to non-scripted programming, as what we've seen with MTV. And John always complains about the quality of decline in quality and like cult storylines or whatnot, that which led to like a ratings drop to like a series low to a 0.09, although to rise for the mid-season finale with a 0.16. As with the ratings trend and stuff, I'm speaking from a ratings point of view. It's the trend is not its friend.
The trend has not been its friend, indeed. But it was like you said at one time a cornerstone when it came over to CMT for their programming. Unfortunately, that's not the case any longer. And I think, like you said it best when you were talking about The Walking Dead, the same thing goes for Nashville. I think it's just a matter of the cost being outweighed by the lack of ratings at this point in time. So is this the last time we're going to be talking about Nashville, or do you think it will rear its head again at some point in time when we talk to you down the road?
This is the last time.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
This will probably be the last time, though hopefully on my end, but it's probably not going to be the end for John.
Okay, fair enough indeed. That's Jonathan Ducote, one of the great writers of the TVRatingsGuide.com. We'll have an in memoriam show. We'll probably do that sometime down the road. But I'll tell you what, if the TVRatingsGuide.com writers all get together and do a collaboration on a Nashville, the rise and fall of book, I'll buy it. I'll go to Amazon and I'll buy one from you. So there you go. You got one sale from me. Yeah. Once again, there you go. Once again, it is Jessica Boggs from the TVRatingsGuide.com. You got to check out her great work, Rebecca Bunch's great work, Jonathan Ducote, Hunter Vaught, and every one of the great members that are out there in the TVRatingsGuide.com staff. Got to check out all their great articles, reviews, features, history, and all the other great things that are going on there. Jessica, as always, it's been a pleasure talking TV ratings with you, and as always, got to come back on anytime you want to talk more about TV ratings.
Yeah,
and even Nashville too. Okay.
No, not Nashville, but what I also do is the CW Renew Cancel Watch, and I posted the latest one today, though, and looking at Life Sentence's ratings, and I mean, it premiered to preliminary 0.3 and then adjusted down in the finals, making it the lowest rated CW premiere of all time. I really do not think there has been a show in CW history in season that has premiered that low, but there have been shows that premiered in summer with the rating that low.
And I have checked out your site on many occasions and seen the CW's ratings. That is saying something when it goes that low.
Well, yeah, Cult premiered to like a 0.3 back in 2013, and then went to like a 0.2, moved to Friday, and then got pulled from the schedule and aired its remaining episodes in the summer. And we got Dynasty moving to Fridays, but it has a full season, so I'm watching to see if it gets its 0.1, which it probably may equal cancellation either way, but it has its, like Riverdale and Black Lightning, we have a Netflix deal that's international, US 24, that's paying the bills right now for that show.
Well, that's interesting indeed, because it'll be interesting to see if that show can survive, meaning Life Sentence, even with the low ratings, because it has the backing of Netflix internationally. It'd be interesting to see if that's going to be the case, or or if they're going to have to make some amenable differences to it, or just cancel it outright altogether.
Well, yeah, but Dynasty is the one with the international deal.
I thought you meant Life Sentence. My apologies.
Yeah, Life Sentence does not. Life Sentence comes from WB. Dynasty is fully produced by CBS.
Well, then it doesn't sound like it's good. It doesn't sound like it's very good news for Life Sentence. Indeed, it sounds like it's going to get a life sentence, all right, and it sounds like it's going to get a life sentence of cancellation at some point in the near future. Jessica, I want to thank you so much for being part of the show. Again, you, Jonathan, Hunter, Rebecca, you're all welcome on at any point in time on the staff. Again, check out their great site, tvratingsguide.com, for everything that you want to know in the TV world. Yes, even Nashville as well. Any last thoughts on the way out?
No last thoughts other than my best and most of my best and worst from each network. CBS Thursday is my best. CBS Monday is the worst on the comedy side, and the drama side, we still have CBS Friday doing well with winning its time slot. NBC, we still have This Is Us, and NBC, it's clearly on the comedy side. AP Bio, and on the drama side, we have Taken. Airs on Friday, premiered to 0.5, still doing pretty low in that. And that's pretty much the best and worst for that. What I forgot with ABC is ABC Friday is the worst on the ratings aspect.
It's definitely some great insight indeed. And not only for more quick information on what's going on in the TV ratings world, but renew, cancel indexes, also as well, reviews, articles, features. Once again, there's no better place to go. .com. Jessica, it's been great having you part of the show as always, including Nashville, but it's just always great to have you a part of the Pop Culture Cosmos.